welcome back. A lot going on here, so I'm going to try to get all of it. It's been a while, haven't sat at the desk. Been busy, been working on projects, just doing my thing. So, I'm going to touch on a couple things, a couple of surprises coming, really big surprises coming. My 23rd birthday is I'm sorry, 46. I got to start lying now, but anyway. My birthday is Monday. I've got all next week off. That should be super awesome. Get some stuff done around the house. Get some flying, some projects. We're throwing a party Saturday. A good friend and fellow C2C member that's been here through the beginning. Part of the reason the name is what it is because he's on the West Coast. Hit me up the other day and he's like, I'm getting you something. I'm ordering you a 3D printer. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. My homie Raider FPV a while back said that I got an old printer I'm not using. I'm gonna send it to you. And long story short, between his move and his life, it didn't happen, and that's no big deal. It's whatever. Turn this back on. But he hits me again the other day, and he's like, "I'm sending you a printer." And I argued with him, and long story short, it will benefit us out here and anybody else once they figure it out. So he's sending me an Ender 3 V2 Neo printer that should be here tomorrow, I think. So that's gonna be super exciting and a whole new adventure. Mammoth, the VTX setup on that is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to take it out again. It was so good that last weekend, I ended up flying Scarface. I added a little color around the eye. I ended up changing some things up, and I can't show it all now because I'm holding the phone, but I changed the VTX to the one that's in there. Set up all in one. Both plugs are completely removable. Cleaned up in here a lot. Really, really clean. You got one plug, if you can see good. Got one plug for the camera, one plug for the VTX, and everything goes into the VTX and comes out of this. So it's very, very self-sufficient, I guess. I had to change some things with how I mounted the antenna, how to get that secure. Brand new glue gun, had some fun. Looks exactly the way it did before, but significantly different on how I did it. I wanted to put some lights on this, and I didn't know how, and then the magic idea came to me. After switching up and doing what I did here, it left me free one of the Ys off of the ASC, which is raw power coming from the battery. My famous little strips that I've used on a bunch of stuff. So it's pretty clean. You got one wire coming off of here, and that wire I've got brought inside here, the little GPS case cover, and I've got a JST, that's what it is, disconnect here, so I can disconnect these, and these light up. And if you saw my post, and if you're super interested what they look like, I put a post up maybe Monday, Tuesday, of how bright the day that I did the project. So this is all set up, ready to go back out. In the midst of kind of birthday shopping, daydreaming, joking around with F and Chet. We were talking about little planes or something for the yard. So I got a big enough yard for a small plane that we can rip around, and got some obstacles in the backyard with a swing set to go through. And we came across this. It's an LD ARC, which used to be King Kong back when I started. I think it's called the Tiny Wing. I don't know if I don't have any information on it. This is the version 2, because the version 1 came with this canopy, which I'm not using. And before I even came home, or got physically home and situated, I already ran downstairs like a child. This is the canopy that comes with the version 2. So I have parts from Pickles, because I dismembered Pickles. I'm going to use the parts off of it. This is the Panda RC 20x20 VTX. It also has a beeper, which I can't use for this because I can't put it on a switch. Maybe I can. I might be able to. So I may wire that up. We'll see. Anyway, it also has LEDs. This is an LED programmable-ish type thing where it's got 4 pads. This is the bottom side. And then there's buttons. So you can change the VTX power by button on this and the LEDs. So I'm going to wire one to the front, one to the rear. That way I can change the color because I'm probably, turn this over, going to put them on the bottom. This had LEDs because it had a flight controller, which I've already cut up because I'm not going to use the flight controller. I wish I found this as just a frame. That would have made life a lot easier, but it comes with a flight controller with modes. And I guess they had issues with Spectrum and they're getting a receiver, and I couldn't find a good receiver. The ones that I found, you need to bind, and that means it needs to be able to plug into Betaflight, and this you can't do. And I wasn't 100% sure using an old flight controller that still can plug in, that I could get it to bind, and then it would work with this. But anyway, we're eliminating this, going with a 4-channel, one of the new smarter Spectrum receivers, and then we got to figure out room inside this thing. So I took everything out. So you got plugs for the servos, which I'll have to convert over to the traditional servo plug. Here is the electronic speed controller, and I'm going to have to wire a servo plug out of these wires. So I'm guessing, well, yellow is signal, ground, and I'm assuming I can just tap this power wire and that will power the receiver, assuming that's how it works. It's still kind of new, but that'll get shoved in. Put the receiver here. See, it plugs. That leaves me plenty of room for battery. Do I have one out? I've already got some of these race day 650s, which fit really good in there. I may have to shave down the bay a little bit just to get it a little bit lower, but then tuck that around. So I'll completely modify this. No surprise. That fits snug as hell in there. And I'm wondering with the canopy on top if that'll hold it down. Food for thought. So yeah, got some parts. I said I already took the caps off. I'm going to take the programmable LEDs out because I'm not using those. Actually, you know what? That leads me to a really genius idea that I might be able to use these. Wow, I like thinking right on camera. That's fun. So these were already smart LEDs that I unwired, which wouldn't be super hard to rewire back through this that has the signal wire. So I'm going to actually wire those up to that real quick. And then if I can get these to do what I want, then I don't need to add anything else. It would be already there. No weight change, no nothing. Props. Don't know how good they are. Who makes them? I'll probably get some more. Just as backup or a tri-prop. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's a 3-inch. 3 or 4. 4. 3. I don't know. 2. 1. I don't know. Does it say? It doesn't say. And 2 screws. So anyway, lots going on. If anybody's followed the channel for a while, they'll know that I have not had... I went through one day. Actually, hold on. I just got to tell the story real quick. Went through one day and I organized all of my heat shrink. So it used to be in here. I bought this thing and spent literally 3 hours. Literally 3 hours of organizing all of my heat shrink and putting them in all different sizes. And then one day while building, I bumped it and it fell down and it literally left a massive pile down there and my mouth hit the floor. It was insane. I'm starting to dwindle on certain sizes and colors and stuff that I use. So between the Amazon deals and stuff that's going on right now, I picked up a new kit. Everything is organized. And every time I use it, it's going to be in the back part of the desk. And then I'm going to close it and seal it. And then I'm going to put it off to the side so I can't spill it. So there's a lot going on. Like I said, I'm excited. We're having my birthday party tomorrow, my 23rd, times 2. Getting old sucks. When you still feel like a kid inside, but your body tells you you're hurting. You know what I mean? Still can physically do all that I've done in the past. It just pay for it the next day and the next day and the next day. But that's what's going on. I've been reorganizing the office area. I started moving some stuff around and hiding some wires and stuff like that for this area. I'm hoping the 3D printer fits on that. So when I use it, I can pull it out, use it or whatnot, and then get pushed back into somewhat. Or I'm going to get another one of those and probably going to get rid of the flower. I don't know. It's not a flower. It's a plant. It's a fake plant. We'll see. Some stuff. I've been throwing stuff out, going through stuff that I don't use, and just kind of weaning it down. But that's where we're at. Lots going on. I look forward to some of the fun that's going to be adventuring. This will be fun in the yard. This will be super fun. So stay tuned. I thank you all for your support. And we'll see where we go. Peace out.